Panda Bear and Black Velvet were very unhappy with me. I had been keeping them locked in their own pasture because of Black Velvet healing up from the injury, and Panda Bear was keeping her company. And just full disclosure and letting y'all know, I'm worried about Panda Bear. She's much, much thinner than she's ever been. And I just noticed today that she's pretty thin. So also when the shearer was here, she told me that Panda Bear's wool wasn't peeling off of her like it normally should have. I guess in the spring, once the sheep have been on pasture, you know, nice green fresh pasture for a few weeks, the fleeces get to where they just peel right off, you know, as she's shearing. And she said it wasn't like that with Panda Bear, and that kind of leads me to think she's not getting as much. Well, the shearer said she's probably not getting, it could be it could be an indicator that she's not getting enough foraging, you know, grazing and good grasses and stuff. And it's not an issue of there not being enough for her. It's an issue of whether she's able to eat enough. She's lost a lot of teeth, and I'm just, you know, I'm saying this has been a real crappy few weeks. I haven't even wanted to do a video or post much lately because it's just been crap. Daisy died. Another pet died. Another pet had to be in the hospital and our vet clinic. And then Black Velvet got hurt. And then I'm seeing Panda Bear, you know, having a harder and harder time eating enough. And also her arthritis is getting worse. So it's like, I know this is just part and parcel of having animals, but it's been a little too much lately. So anyway, they had been separated from the rest of the flock since Monday, I think. Sunday or Monday. No, we brought Black Velvet home on Monday. So I think it was Monday night that we separated them. And so today's what, Thursday? Yeah. So not very many days, but they're kind of done. And they were yelling at me from the, you know, yelling at the house to get my attention. So I decided to go ahead and let him out, especially when I saw how thin Panda Bear's looking. I just figured, let's get him down here grazing in the tall grasses, and maybe that'll help with that a little bit, as long as the other sheep don't start beating up on him. That's my fear. And that's what drives me absolutely crazy, is the whole pecking order thing. And Black Velvet coming back from the vet and smelling funny, and everybody thinking they need to beat up on her because she smells funny. And Radagast still thinking he needs to sniff and hump all the women. I know he's going to outgrow this. I know he's going to get to where, you know, in a few years, maybe even by next year, he's not as interested in that. But I don't know. There are seasons to everything, right? Seasons of happy joy and woohoo, everybody looks great, and seasons of accidents and deaths and weird crap that happens, and seasons of little castrated boy sheep who think that they're big tough rams, and then seasons of them growing out of it and being wonderful weathered pets. Yeah, I'm talking about you little man. You know I love you, huh? Yeah, mommy loves me. So you might notice we're missing a sheep. There are 8 sheep out here right now, and Mr. Garnet is up in one of the breezeways of the barn, just laying there, enjoying the breeze. Yeah, thank you. I bet you snotted on the camera, didn't you, honey? Thank you, sweetie. I have a feeling Garnet's going to come running down here pretty soon when he realizes that not only are his mommy and the little members of the flock down here, but Black Velvet and Panda Bear are also down here. they're not in their pasture, which is adjacent to where he's laying. I'm expecting to hear bellowing pretty soon from him. And I've got to say, this is about the cutest thing. Rohan, I don't know if you can see it or not, has like 4 or 5 little birds just hanging out with her there on the grass. I don't want to get too close and spook them, but hopefully you can see it. They are so little and cute. Oh my goodness sakes. Do you have little friends, Rohan? He says, yeah, I do. And there's Mr. Sam. He's doing good. He didn't gain nearly as much weight over the winter like I thought he had. And he's moving pretty good down here. And we have a car coming up, and I'm sure they think I've lost my mind. I'm out here talking about sheep. Nobody start running and being stupid. The car is not going to bother you. No, it's okay. You guys are fine, huh? Yeah, sometimes the cars scare them to death and sometimes they don't. So this is what's happening at Blaine Fleece and Fiber. And I'm sorry that I kind of went radio silent there for a while. It's just been an overwhelming 5 weeks. But maybe we're in the clear for a little while. We'll see. Black Velvet's wound on her belly is all healing up nice. We've been keeping bug spray on it so that the flies stay out. But she's doing great. She is one tough lady, and I just adore her to pieces. And, you know, Panda Bear, we're just going to keep giving her alfalfa pellets every morning. We can even up that a little bit if she'll eat them, because the alfalfa pellets will help put some more weight on her. I might have said this before, but it's kind of a fine line to where, yeah, we want to make sure she's not too thin, but we also want to make sure we don't get her so heavy that it's putting more pressure and more weight on her arthritic front legs. So I'm pretty sure it's both of those front legs that are bugging her now. So what I'm hoping is that she can have a good summer and a good fall, and we'll make a decision for her in October after she's sheared. And if, you know, if she's holding steady like she is right now, if she doesn't lose weight, if she doesn't lose more teeth, if she doesn't seem like the arthritis is really incapacitating her, you know, I have no desire to put her down. Believe you me, been through a lot with her. And I would just like her to, I'd like her to live longer with us as long as she's happy and comfortable. But it's something I have to evaluate before we go into winter, because winters can just be so hard on her. So, but we're going to think happy thoughts. Lots of happy thoughts for another couple years with her, maybe, if we're lucky. And Cupcake's doing well. And everybody's doing, oh, Black Velvet's itchy. All right. Yep, gotta. It's so funny to watch them like walk all the way down the entire fence line, rubbing their sides on it, and then going back the other direction and rubbing some more. Huh, babies? Gosh, it is a beautiful day, and we've gotten rain. Another thing I'm panicking about a little bit, or one thing I'm panicking about, is that we haven't had enough rain for the last month and a half. Whew, that was loud. That was a big bumblebee. Normally, this would be much greener. I mean, I know it looks pretty green, but there's a lot of bare patches and brown patches. And our yard right now looks like August. It looks like we just haven't gotten the May rains like we should have. So I see these beautiful clouds, and we've gotten a little bit of rain the last day or so, and it's just been wonderful because it will help these pastures replenish a little bit. It's not that we're hurting for pasture. I mean, if we have to, we can. Actually, this is going to be a long video. I'm just going to talk, show you stuff. So where I'm standing right now is south of our house. That's our house. And these are our two southern pastures. This one that everybody's in right now is the only one that's been opened up to them down here. Hello, Lady Elegant. we have this other pasture here that looks like it's in about the same state as this one. Not a lot of tall grasses yet because of lack of rain, but usually there's a lot more. Plus there's these nice trees they could be eating on. The problem with this pasture is that if you walked over this little ridge here and down the other side, you would see that because of the road eroding every winter, our ditch is filled up with gravel to the point that, you know, a fence that is chest height on me, I'm 5'3", so is that probably a 4-foot tall fence, is about 2 feet tall down in that ditch. So if any of these silly creatures wandered that direction, they would be able to literally just step right over the fence and out into the road. So we have to figure out if we're going to try to dig out that ditch, which I think would be a big pain in the butt, or if we're going to just run a fence along the top of the hill where that big bush is and just keep them on this side, which would probably, it would certainly help the trees not get eaten. I'm looking at you, Cupcake. Yep, I am. Hi, Ruby Sue. You're a good girl. So anyway, we're not hurting for pasture. It's just really surprising to see. Hi. Hello, darling girl. Hello. Yes, you are my sweet girl. It's surprising to see so little growth this year. Especially surprising since we had such a hard winter. You just kind of assume that the snowpack is going to take care of everything, and that's not necessarily the case. We need the rains. Yes, you are adorable. And I need to come out here and dig out these thistles. Ugh. I know they eat them, but then they get in their wool, and that's no fun to pick out. So that's what's going on here. It's a pretty day. Right now everybody's together and nobody's picking on Black Velvet or Panda Bear, which is usually the case when they're grazing. That's why it's a good time to try to put them together again. Oh, Ruby, you're fine. You're just fine, silly. Hey, Rosie, you want to say hi? Hi, sweet girl. Hey, Cupcake. Look concerned. Looked at the phone like, oh, what is that thing? You should know what this thing is. I take pictures of you all the time. Yes. Radagast is getting warm because he's panting a little bit. Yeah. All right, that's about it. I hope everybody is having a good time wherever you're watching this from. Hope the weather's what you want it to be where you are. And if you can send some rain our way, we'd be most appreciative. I really like where I live. It's really pretty. Okay, everybody. Everybody say goodbye. Yeah, they're going to keep eating. All right, thank you for watching.